Hey guys, Quant is in a very important zone that should not be missed. A lot of investors are wrong about Quant. Why is this project more fundamental than you think? How will QNT become a growth leader in 24-25? And what every owner of this token should know. Let's get into it. Lately, the Quant token has been dropping without any hope of growth. Some holders are starting to doubt their investments, and some are even selling at a loss just to avoid losses. I made this video especially for those who are afraid to buy or hold QNT because of its falling price. For those who are losing faith in the project and the future of crypto in general, you are missing a very important thing that will allow you to make tens of thousands of dollars in crypto. And I will tell you about it using Quant as an example. What does every investor want after buying a token? For it to grow endlessly and bring profit. But this only happens once in a million. You cannot guess where the market is going and buy QNT just before it grows. You will have to suffer a little, or maybe a lot, at first, and be nervous for a long time until growth starts. Let's look at the chart of Ethereum in December 2018. The overall decline throughout the year didn't just kill confidence in Ethereum, it killed confidence in cryptocurrency. People were selling their tokens for $80 to $100 and didn't even realize what they were missing out on. Then there was a 300% growth. Some believed it was the revival of Ethereum. Some did not. And again, there was a 75% drop. Again, investors sold at a disadvantage and left the market just when it was the best time to buy. Here is another illustrative situation. Those who bought ETH in 2019 in the blue zones, they thought they were buying the token on the high. And without making a quick profit or even trying to average out their position by buying Ethereum cheaper, these foolish spectators left the market with nothing. Now imagine that a certain John bought ETH at what appeared to be the peak of the market at $300, after which the price dropped. What should he do? John decides to keep buying Ethereum because he believes in the project and its growth. First he buys at $200, then $150, and even $100. He doesn't panic and doesn't open charts every day to see if the cryptocurrency has grown or not. All he does is cold-bloodedly accumulate a position. John realizes that there's always the possibility that the price will go lower, and that's okay. It's even natural. What are the odds of catching an absolute bottom? 0. But trying to buy as many tokens as possible near the bottom is possible. And that's exactly what smart quant investors are doing right now. And so our John spent $10,000 to buy an average of 40 ethers at $250 in this blue zone. Did he have a drawdown? Yes, he did. Did he dream of ether growth? Of course he did. Was he afraid to buy the next dip? Absolutely. But discipline and faith in the project allowed John to make 17 X's in Ether, turning $10,000 into $170,000. All the volatility he experienced over 2 years turned out to be nothing compared to the global growth of Ether. Here's a look at what the ups and downs of Ether in a bear market look like in the global picture. These past moves are negligible, but how many people gave up and sold Ether just because they were afraid of losing it? I talked about Ethereum for so long because Quant has a very similar situation. The project is down 90% from its all-time high, and people sold at a loss. QNT has been falling for almost a year now, but in 2025 you will remember these times as the best points to buy the coin. The current drop to $70, $50, or even $40 will look as insignificant as Ether dropping from $300 to $100. QNT has a huge future ahead of it, and you are about to see it for yourself. In the meantime, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on these great videos that will motivate you to stay in the market. I want you to get rich in crypto. Don't let me down. Let's start with the simplest things. QNT tokens are limited to 14.6 million coins, 99% of which are in the market. The project has zero inflation. Few people realize where this is going, but watch. As soon as there is a significant demand for QNT, its price will immediately skyrocket tenfold. Pay attention. To increase the price of QNT by 2%, it is enough to buy tokens for only $125,000. And for the price to rise above $100, you need only $800,000. You see, there is simply no liquidity in the market. One move by a big player in QNT will quickly fly to $200 to $300 tomorrow. It's enough for a big player with $10 million to buy the coin for their needs. If you don't believe that there are such big players, here is another example. Bank of England and Bank of International Settlements launched the Rosalind Project platform to test API interoperability with CBDC. Guess which cryptocurrency they partnered with? Yes, it's the well-known Quant. You may have forgotten, but to use the Quant platform, you need to pay in QNT tokens, or tokenize them. So there is a demand for the coin, and by economic logic, its price should rise. If the CBDC and Quant tests are successful, do you think the Bank of England will buy QNT tokens to use the platform? My guess is yes, and for a very large amount. But even if not, there will be another big customer that will pump the coin into outer space. I also found a very interesting tweet that says MasterCard, Amazon, and other top companies are working with testing Quant's Overledger platform. But that's not all. The SATP technology used in Quant's platform was highlighted in a Bank of Korea document. To sell Quant now is to make a very serious mistake. I would compare it to a fascinating story. Ronald Wayne co-founded Apple with Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs in 1976, but sold his 10% stake in the company for only $800. Today, 10% of Apple is valued at $272 billion. Even with inflation, Ronald could have made thousands of times more by simply believing in the project. In the same way, Quant holders should support the project in hard times, even if it gets even harder. The last argument in favor of Quant is the price increased 4 times in the bear market due to the utility of the token. This means that the project has growth potential. Now imagine what will happen to the price when the bull market starts. All QNT tokens available on exchanges will be sold like hotcakes. Most people will miss this move, but true Quant fans will make dozens of X's. But let's discuss in detail what to expect from the price now. A descending wedge pattern is forming on the daily chart. Historically, such patterns break down, so I would not be surprised to see QNT fall to $50 to $60. All the better for us, as we will be able to buy the token at a cheaper price. Here's something important for you to understand. The last Quant pump started very unexpectedly, and as a result, lasted only 2 months. So if you think you'll be able to buy the token when it starts to rise, you are wrong. This is another trap for weak investors. If you believe in this project, why wait for the growth to start buying? Wouldn't it be better to invest in the token when it's at the bottom instead of trying to jump on a departing train? Many people compare Quant and Chainlink. In front of you is a chart of QNT versus Link. As you can see, the price has approached a strong support zone, which could mean a reversal is imminent. Now Link is acting stronger, but only for a while until Quant starts its movement. In terms of Bitcoin, Quant has approached the historically significant support level. Last time, the price started its growth from this level. Perhaps the scenario will repeat itself. For the past 2 months, the market has been in the calm before the storm. Something very important is coming this fall, so keep your hand on the pulse. QNT has every chance to be a growth leader in the next bull market. In the meantime, quietly accumulate your position. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Your Coin Post.